Hi, I'm Bill and this is Math Fundamentals. Today we're going to start talking about mental math. Just little things to make math a little easier, a little quicker. And if you've learned the multiplication table at all, you've been doing mental math. Multiplication is just repeated addition. Learning the multiplication table is just a shortcut to doing that repeated addition over and over and over again. So we're going to tackle the multiplication table, go through most of the numbers. A few there aren't really a math trick for, such as 3 times 3, 3 times 7, 7 times 7. Those are kind of things that you're just going to have to memorize. Those are really the only 3 from the multiplication table up to, say, 10 that you need to memorize. For all the rest of them, there's little tricks to make it easier. So by memorizing one trick, you can do all of the multiplication table plus some. And to kick things off, we're going to talk about multiplying by 0. When we're talking about multiplying by 0, just think of what multiplication means. Multiplication is just repeated addition. So if we're saying 0 times 4, that's just saying that there is 0 groups of 4. It might be weird to think about in that way. So if you're saying there's 0 groups of 4, there's no groups of 4, that's going to be 0. If you look at it the other way, and it's going to be the same answer because multiplication is commutative, it doesn't matter the order that you multiply it. So if you're doing 4 times 0, that's saying that there are 4 groups of 0. And if we add 0 4 times, it's going to be 0. It doesn't matter what the number is that you're multiplying by 0 because you're going to be adding 0 a certain amount of times. So multiplying by 0 works with any real or imaginary number, but there is an issue. 0 is kind of like the wild child in the numbers. It behaves normally most of the time, but there's some exceptions. I'm going to do a special extra video this week talking about some of those issues with 0. I find it fascinating. If you've ever wondered why, say, you can't divide by 0, we're going to talk about that. And if you haven't wondered why you can't divide by 0, then you should be asking that question. Because what we like to do here is we ask questions. We want to understand the concepts behind what we're doing. Mathematicians centuries ago disregarded the concept of dividing by 0. If you know Pythagorean's theorem, the Pythagoreans did not believe in 0. It sounds weird. I'll show you why there's issues in the next video. If you want to see more of these videos, please like and subscribe. Join us over on the Facebook page. There's a link in the description below where we can have more conversation about math. You can ask any questions there that you wish, and you should. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.